time.
So, it's my husband's birthday today, and got all my little decorations from Amazon. And his dad calls. He has 3 tickets to go on a cruise to Mexico, leaving today. 5-day cruise, and they leave from Long Beach at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So he asks him, does he want the tickets? We got 4 kids. I, for one, cannot go. I have a job, and I got children. I'm thinking that he's going to tell his dad no because of said 4 children. No. He's scrambling around looking for his birth certificate so he can go on said 5-day cruise. I'm not saying anything, but let's just see how this goes. I'm supposed to pick up the birthday cake at 2 o'clock as well.
It's a proven fact is men do exactly what they are allowed to do. If a man plays in your face more than one time, that is because he knows that he can get away with it. And I'm saying that because I'm speaking on the situation with the lady where her husband has gone on a cruise with his dad without her and her kids. And it's a last minute cruise at that. You mean to tell me that this man is bold enough to pick up and go on a cruise? Normally a cruise you have to plan, book the reservation for them in their name and all of that. He has chosen to pick up and go on a cruise and leave you and your children at home because it is his birthday. And you don't see nothing wrong with him. Well, you see something wrong with it. You say it's very selfish, but you still got the children sending him videos, singing happy birthday and things like that. He's done that because he know I can do it and I could come home and you still gonna be my wife and we still gonna get down with the get down. But a man who knows, like, I can't even play with my lady like that, they wouldn't even be able to breathe that. The father wouldn't even be able to pull that stunt because I really know that the daddy is the main one that got something to do with that. But the daddy know he can play in your face too. That's why he did it. They probably been had that cruise book and say, oh, just tell me at the last minute so I can act like I didn't know. Why? Because it's not about, oh, I'm going to be asking her for permission. Basically, I'm going to say, hey, I'm going on a cruise. We'll figure it out when we get back. When we get back, I'm going to say sorry and you're going to forgive me and we're going to keep it moving. Yeah, that's exactly how that went down. I don't care how nobody look at it. Yeah, he played in your face because he knew he could absolutely play in your face. So now what are you giving that's allowing this man to pull a stunt like that? Because I'm just trying to sit here and regroup and think about it. Like, my husband could not even utter the words, hey, I'm going on a cruise at the last minute and I know absolutely nothing. And I'm staying home with some kids. Listen, it's just like some men, they just know better. And it seems like your man just don't know no better. Because he am I tripping? I don't think I'm tripping. I think I know exactly what I'm talking about.
It's my husband's birthday today, and got all my little decorations.
Hey, I ain't about to tell you to leave nobody. But what I want you to do is get on Royal Caribbean and book you a 5-day cruise. Book you that 5-day cruise. You got some friends, you got a sister, some cousins. Book you that 5-day cruise. Don't matter when. It don't matter. Don't worry about the kids. Don't worry. See, the problem is you're the only one concerned about your family. Okay? That needs to end today. I ain't gonna tell you to leave them. But go ahead and book you that 5-day cruise. And let them figure it out. Surprise. Surprise. No balloons, no cake, no nothing.
Did y'all see that video of the lady talking about her husband went on a birthday cruise with his father and left her home with all the kids, and he didn't present it to her until the day before? He gaslighted his wife and said that he made the quick arrangements to get ready. Now, we all know that cruises take time to set up. There is a process to this thing. But what I find very funny about this is the husband has responded to her videos, right? And he's on his page going crazy, putting it all on the internet. Oh, I'm having a blast. I'm having the time of my life. Yada, yada, yada. Then he makes another video talking about I wasn't saying nothing when She went to the Chris Brown concert. When she go out for girls' night with her friends, sir, how the fuck does a cruise compare to a few hours that you stay home with your children and your wife comes back the same day? He's on a whole ass cruise for probably about a week at the very effing least. And his father chiming in looking like a damn clown as well. You can't make this shit up. I think a lot of these people is slow.
I'm not gonna lie, the details of this story are sounding a little bit sketchy. It almost sounds like a scheme that Todd had set up. Because what do you mean this man's dad called him on his birthday to let him know that he can't go on this 5-day cruise, which would be the perfect birthday gift for your husband? Why didn't he call and tell your husband about this before his birthday? And somehow I bet he'll have everything that he needs to go. I wonder if he also has a fresh haircut. Just because. Now, I've been on a cruise before, and they usually take months of planning to go on. You have to have your ID, passport has to be up to date, birth certificate, all that has to be turned in, and they have to have room if you're not originally somebody who was booked on the cruise. Now, all of these things happen to come together for the birthday boy? I don't know, sis. Or, and I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this was always the plan, and he was always planned to go on this cruise. And he knew if he told you ahead of time that you would most likely say no. But you're not really gonna ruin your own husband's birthday, are you? Some people feel like it's better to ask forgiveness than to ask permission, and that almost sounds like what happened here. I think the plan was always for him to go. I think you're the only one who's just finding out.
And if my boyfriend ever come to me and tell me that his daddy got an extra 3 tickets for a cruise and it's last minute and he finna go with his daddy for his birthday on the cruise and think he finna just leave me at home with the motherfucking kids, he got me all the way fucked up. All the way fucked up. For one thing, there's no such thing as a last minute cruise. In order to even purchase a cruise ticket, you must insert your first, last name, date in your date of birth, and select whether you're bringing a passport or a birth certificate. A cruise ticket is not a general admission ticket like you're going to a football game and damn shit, I can't go. You want my ticket, Freddie? And you just give your ticket. That's not how cruises work. So your husband and his father and whatever the fuck they got going on, they been planned this. This was not something that just so happened and there was no 3 extra tickets. There's no such thing as extra tickets. There's no such thing as extra tickets because not only do Carnival, for one, I don't know if other cruise lines, I'm really not sure, but I know for a fact that Carnival does not allow 18-year-olds and 21-year-olds to share a room without a 25-year-old guardian in the room with them. So in order for them to even know that you're 18 or for you to even know the age, they need some proper identification, correct? Okay then. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about that lady whose husband told her that he was going on a cruise with his dad and told you that his daddy had 3 extra tickets and was going to give him 1 to come to the cruise. And this was just something that just happened.
So I don't know if y'all seen what they've been talking about online. So this woman, it's her husband's birthday the following day, and she plans basically like a little party for him. She has decorations, she ordered a cake and the whole thing, right? So the day before, his father calls him and say, hey, I got 3 tickets. The day before his birthday, his father said, I have 3 tickets. I guess someone apparently dropped out of the cruise, and now there's a ticket for his son to go, knowing it's the day before his birthday. And they have 4 kids. So the husband decides to go on the cruise. She says the husband is running around the house looking for his passport or his birth certificate or whatever so that he can go on this cruise. She knows he's cheating. What she's looking for is confirmation and sympathy. And I'm not going to go the line. Listen, we're not here to tell this woman to leave her husband because we all know how this goes. They come on the internet, they put the story out because they're looking for like-minded folks that's going to either feed into their delusion or tell them that they can work it out and tell them it's not that bad and that they should stay because that's what they want to do is stay. They want someone that's going to talk shit about their husband, but at the same time be like, well, at least you have a husband. Okay, she has no intention on leaving. And I thought about giving her some advice on what to do in like, okay, well, if you're not going to leave, then you could do this to him. But no, because women like this are funny. She hasn't yet posted a video, in defense of him, because that's what they love to do, right? I don't know if it's going to come later, but she has since turned her comments off. They love to like post a video basically telling us and showing us how their husbands ain't shit, don't love them, don't give a fuck about them, or is also cheating on them. Because for a man to up and leave you for 5 days without any notice, 5 days when y'all have 4 kids, and I'm sure y'all have school, so I'm sure y'all have been, and she works. So pick up, drop off, whatever else your kids have going on. He just said, you got it. And this is not the first time. I guarantee you this is not the first time. So, I don't know, girl. Turn the comments back on.
This is why you need to get both sides of the story. Hey, that husband that went on that cruise for his birthday, his dad got him last second tickets. And we was all on this app saying, nah, you don't get last second tickets for no cruise. You gotta have this and that. He took that cruise been planned. He took that trip with a woman, blah, blah, blah. He is one of the guys who finally found out that their wives was on the internet talking down on them. And he came up and cleared everything out. Okay? I do believe he gave her much more than a few hour notice. And also, he was on that cruise with his father, because his dad was in the videos too. And also, he said, girl, when you wanted to take a Miami trip with your girls and I had to be home with the kids, when you wanted to go to the Bahamas, apparently she been tripping too and leaving the kids home with him too.
Yo, I'm the motherfucker that went on the cruise with my pops. Ain't nothing wrong with that, no harm, no foul. Motherfuckers got something to say about everything I do. It's my motherfucking birthday, don't tell me nothing. Motherfucker jealous, hey man, you should employ the same philosophies that you looking to be exercising. If it's not cool for me to go nowhere, you ain't going nowhere. You done been on 3 or 4 outings by yourself while I was at home with my kids, and ain't nobody said shit about that. I ain't in competition, I'm just trying to enjoy my time. If my time is valuable, my time is worthwhile, and I want to feel appreciated, let me do that. Let me do that. You ain't got to comment on me. Hashtag son goes on birthday cruise with dad. Fuck all y'all that got something to say about it. I'm trying to figure out why everybody got something to say about my business and my birthday. Because at the end of the day, I just wanted to be at peace. I don't hate nobody, I ain't jealous, and I definitely ain't offering no relationship advice. And if y'all don't like my ass for going on this motherfucking cruise with my pops, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-motherfucking-doo. You done been on 3 or 4 outings by yourself while I was at home with my kids, and ain't no...
Priest pastor, y'all heard what he said. He been home with them kids and he gonna be where he at. It's his birthday. He ain't up about it.
Honestly, some of y'all not nosy enough for me. And I just seen this video of this guy saying, oh, this guy went on a cruise without his wife, and he got on here and did a rebuttal video talking about whoop-de-doo. So I got curious, and I went and looked up the full story. Pause. From now on, when I see messy stories and y'all only giving a little smidge, I'm going to go look up the whole story, and then I'm going to tell y'all. Let's get into it. So this guy goes on a cruise with his dad, right? Without his wife. Now, this is the context that y'all missed. He said in his response videos, oh, I ain't never said anything when you went on your trips. So here I am thinking, oh, word? So she going on trips and mad that you going on a trip? What trip she went on? He said she went to a Chris Brown concert, that she went out to the bar with her friends, and she went to a resort. My man went on a cruise for 5 days with his dad. Now, Pete, it was the day before his birthday. She planned all of this stuff, got all this stuff together. Dad calls and says, hey, I got 3 tickets for a cruise. Do you want to go? He immediately says yes. Don't even talk to the wife or nothing. Now, let's pause right there. There are people in the comments saying, oh, well, what's wrong with him treating himself? We go on girls' trips all the time. This is what I had to learn, especially being married. It's not control to ask the opinion of your partner about a move that you're about to make that is going to impact The both of you. Now, let's keep in context. They got 4 kids. 4. So he's talking about outings that he could have very well been at the crib, which he said he was, with the kids, versus you literally going on a cruise. For me, overall, I don't think there's anything wrong with him going on a cruise with his dad. However, the timing and the lack of communication, that's the problem. My grandmother told me that as a child, the problem is never the problem. It's the underlying issue that's the problem. And if you look at their videos, they ain't got no business being married.
So the husband went and posted this on his TikTok. It says, if you don't like how he is behaving, look at how you are treating him. A man is a reflection of how you treat him. Okay? So I don't think this marriage is going to last because from my opinion, she calling this man selfish. It's his birthday. He should be able to do whatever he wants with his birthday. You know, I'm talking about, y'all, please don't jump off the deep end. Stay with me. He should be able to go on a cruise with his dad. These are memories that they create. He going with his dad. He ain't going at no 304 cruise. But from what he's saying, you did. You went out of the country with your girls. You went to the club with your girls. You went to Chris Brown's concert with your girls. Now, let me explain something to you. To the lady who said you just went away for a couple of hours, y'all men really got to be careful on who y'all marry and who y'all decide to procreate with and be in relationships with. Because this lady just compared Chris Brown bumping his junk out to the audience for women to enjoy, because we all know what he doing. He taking them down with one leg and doing all that grinding stuff and everything like that. He's sweating and stuff. People spending $3,000 to take pictures with him. We know what type of time Chris Brown is on. It's like taking her to an Usher concert, right? So you compare that with a man hanging out with his father. And you know, maybe he didn't want just some bullshit cake and be around his kids. You go on all these trips and you doing all these things. Why he can't do it? Especially with his dad. And it seems so innocent. Since he been on the cruise, he been on the video. So, you know, ain't nobody checking for him and all that other stuff, you know. He just look like he's trying to enjoy himself. And it's crazy because it's his birthday. And the one day he was born that he wanted to cherish, to have peace, you as his wife decide to destroy. You came on the internet and put you and your husband's business out on blast for the world to see. And you got to lay with him at the end of the day. I would be so, it's secondhand embarrassment. I could never. That's crazy. You gonna come on here and tell that man business, make him look at like the bad guy because you didn't go on the cruise because you spoiled. You used to and that's his fault because he allowed you to be the one that's used to go to the trips, and when it's his turn, that ain't gonna fly. I don't really see them being together for long. I personally wouldn't want to be with somebody like that who's selfish like that. You know, I get to go out with my friends and do all this, that, and the third, and then when you want to spend time with your dad, it's a problem. That's a little crazy for me. I'm glad I'm married to who the fuck I'm married to, because ain't no way. Okay, you got to have some understanding. It can't always be about the woman. And I noticed that with a lot of women, not all women, but there's a majority of women who think they supposed to come first. And that's why they ass end up alone. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm out.
We in a no hyena zone.
Anti-hyena zone.